Let it play.
Got you. Famous Frills, DJ No Frills. Famous Frills, DJ No Frills. Famous Frills, DJ No Frills. Who cares, right? What you should care about is, yes, this is the I'm with the DJ show. If you're not with the DJ, then what you doing? Also, this I'm with the DJ slash Indie 500. We put on for the independent artists. The question is not why, but why not? I have a special guest. He out here. He on his 1-2. He making moves. He had a show last night. He went in, did one joint, and then bounced. Tell him your name, fam.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy ARTistnameleon coming out here from Atlanta, Georgia, man. What's good with you?
Man, everything is good, man. Shout out to the ATL because the ATL has the rap game and a chokehold for I don't know how many years. I mean, I seen hip hop go through different cities, but it's the fact that ATL, it might have left ATL. It really never left. Once it hit ATL, it never really left. How does it feel to have your city being like, honestly, maybe the number one place for music right now for the past 15 years? How does that feel?
Feels good, man. I mean, everybody out here working, everybody here grinding, and we all support each other. It ain't no crabs in the barrel for the most part. Everybody want to see each other win, so the energy's out here, man, for real.
Yeah, man, that's dope. Like, so how does that work? Because I've seen like artists in the past have situations, and next thing you know, they working together, and they, is it because you guys are from the South? Is it an Atlanta thing? Like, what is it? Is it something in the water? Talk to him, man.
Yeah, I don't think it's just an Atlanta thing, man. I think it's everywhere, man. You just gotta find like those people who get you and those people who understand what you're trying to do, and you know what I mean. Y'all just get together and just build up together. That's what I'm all about. Like finding those core people and just taking it to the highest level we can.
Yeah, so let's take a rewind back. As far as people, can you name some of the people in Atlanta? They don't even have to be a celebrity, but some of the people who inspired you to take this path of being an artist.
For sure, bro. I'm like Atlanta head to the fullest as far as hip hop goes. So I go back from always start with Crisscross because I was like my first introduction to like rap. I was like a baby still, but I remember it had such a huge effect on me as a kid. So I started there with them. And then, of course, Jermaine Dupri, So Duff, Outkast, Goody Mob, man, Gucci Man, T.I., Future, Thug, like everybody that from Atlanta, bro, I pretty much like, I rock with. So, yeah.
Hey, man, listen, man. This DJ No Frills, official street radio. We syndicated on FM and internet radio. Man, did Crisscross really live in Atlanta? Is that, or they was from somewhere else?
Man, it's a lot of people who aren't really from Atlanta that say they from Atlanta. Like I was born and raised in Valdosta, Georgia. I'm 3 hours south of Atlanta, but my people live up here. So I've been back and forth all my life, bro. I can't speak for anybody else, where they from. I just know what I am and what I'm doing, bro.
So it's safe to say, no, I feel you, man. I'm not trying. Shout out to Crisscross, man. Crisscross, man, they had the style of their own. Shout out to Jermaine Dupri. Shout out to the whole movement because Jermaine Dupri used to come to Philly because Rough House Records was in Philly. So he used to be down at the 404 building. So Philly and Atlanta got some type of connection too. Shout out to Chris Sports too, Rough House Records. But back to you and back to Atlanta, right? So coming up in Atlanta, do you feel like back in the day, like Atlanta wasn't being respected or taken seriously, like in a rap game? Do you remember that time? Because I felt like that when Outkast got on stage, they kind of like made that clear, like they felt like they wasn't getting the love, but they earned the respect from their album. That first album was a classic. I love it too. Let the people know.
Yeah, I mean, I was young when that happened, but I do remember like that energy. My uncles were OGs, and they were, they was heavy into that at the time. So, they was with it, I was with it. Whatever they was on, I was on. So, I did see, how it changed over time. I saw when people started paying more attention to Atlanta. You know what I mean? Once like of course we had like the snap music, the pop music, or whatever that is. You know what I mean? But like once people like Jeezy and T.I. started coming out and actually telling stories about what's really going on out here, I think that really like changed like the momentum and brought everything full circle back to Atlanta. You know what I mean?
Right. So I mean, let's make this clear. You're a hardworking man. I did my background check on you. Do you remember like when DMF was running around Atlanta? Do you remember those days, or you was too young?
I was a kid, bro. I ain't even count with you. I was a kid.
You just heard the stories though, right?
Yeah, of course we heard the stories about what was going on, but I was too worried about going to class and doing stuff like that.
Yeah, man, that's what's up. You was on your 1-2, trying to do what you have to do to progress in life. Look, speaking of Atlanta, man, let's run through some Atlanta slang. Can you give us some Atlanta slang, like a slang word that Atlanta might have made up? You know what I mean? For the people from around the world.
A
few slang words.
Man, everybody, it ain't even no Atlanta word no more, but everybody use cap. So, I feel like that's like the biggest thing everybody saying right now and running away with. So,
Right, I got you. Any other words like because my thing is, this is the Indy 500 show, DjNoPhRiLLZ. I'm all about the culture too. Like, I want to know about where your city is from, so people don't get it effed up and they might not understand how Atlanta moves. So, is there any other slang words you can think of right now? If it ain't, it's cool. We keep it pushing.
I mean, you know what I mean? No cap, no kizzy. You know what I mean? A lot of niggas say slack. I ain't on that, but it is what it is.
So what do that mean?
And to be honest, man, I couldn't really tell you. That's not what we do. But it is like what a lot of niggas refer to each other as up here. But we stay away from stuff like that. We do our own thing, you know what I mean? But shout out to everybody who out there, you know what I mean, using that and doing that.
Man, look, shout out to Atlanta slang. Shout out to Atlanta food. There's too many good food spots to name, but I want to get back into is about you, the music. It's 2021. Let's talk about the single that I've been playing on air each and every week. Tell them the name of the single.
The name of the single is More to Do, featuring my boy Reef Money. Yeah, man, we just came together. We put our minds together and created something that we feel is going to really impact the music industry. It's something that we believe in. It's got a message behind it. Like, no matter what you do, there's always more to do. You know what I mean? You're never really finished. The marathon continues. Nipsey said it best, man. You can't look at it like a one-stop shop, man. You got to keep going and keep pushing forward.
Man, look, you never lie. The marathon continue. You always gotta keep pushing, man. Where was you at, and how did you feel when you heard about Nipsey Hussle losing his life?
I think I was actually, we might have been doing our overseas trip when it happened. Oh, yeah, I just got back. I can't really remember, but I do remember, just like, as soon as I saw it, you know what I mean, on social media, it just felt heavy, you know what I mean? Because he was one of the ones who was like true to the game, man, and true to himself and really for his people. So to see somebody like that, you know what I mean, something like that happen, you know what I mean, it was definitely a blow to anybody that's a hip hop fan for sure. So, you know what I mean, it was definitely something that really stuck with us. So.
Yeah, I feel you, man. Shout out to Nipsey Hussle. I definitely was the first DJ in Philadelphia playing his music. Definitely got the drops. You follow me on the gram and everything. Who cares about that? But I want to talk about a serious situation right now before we wrap this up. Your city right now is on fire, right? Gangs, different things. It's all over the country, right? If a young boy is listening, a youngin is listening to this right now, what kind of advice could you give this young boy? Like, what kind of advice would you give a young boy that's going down the wrong path right now if they listen?
I would just tell him, man, just be you, just be yourself, and you know what I mean. Just do your own thing, make your own lane. Don't follow anybody else. Be your own leader. You know what I mean. And just to love and believe yourself. I feel like as black men, we're not told enough to love and believe in ourselves. So I feel like that's, you know what I mean, you gotta drive that home to the youth.
Official street. Right, man. Look, I like the message. I like what you just said, man. You just basically telling them to be a leader, stand on your own too. And you know, and this is a segue to another question, right? Before MySpace, before Facebook, before well, I ain't even gonna say MySpace, because MySpace, they didn't really use the term follower, I don't think, but maybe that came in on Instagram. How you feel about in 2021? This is my opinion, and maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong. But let me ask you the question. Do you feel like it's more followers than leaders in 2021? And I'm going off of like, let me make it specific. Excuse me, I'm a little hyped up, but let's make it specific. When it comes to hip hop, what I mean by follower is like people doing the same thing, dressing the same. Because I remember years ago, and you know, I'm not trying to sound like an old hater, but people, it was all about being original with hip hop. Like, so do you think the followers is out of control, like people being followers? I know I'm wrong with it. I apologize for that.
No, bro, you make a valid point. I see it that way, but I also see it like we're in a time where it's a lot more people just outside of hip hop. There's a lot more people who are entrepreneurs. There's a lot more people who are taking on that leader role. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people that's like. So I do feel like it's true what you're saying. I feel like a lot of people are seeing that there's a formula working that other people are using, and they're trying to duplicate that formula. But for the most part, I feel like the people who do it the best are the people who take that formula and add their own. You know what I mean? They add their own. I mean, whatever you do, man. I don't care what you do. I don't care how much you try to copy somebody. Whatever it is and whatever it may be, everybody's different. Everybody's got their own gifts. So I feel like that's going to show regardless. You know what I mean? I truly believe like everybody has something to offer. They just need to take the time to figure out what that something is, and just once they figure out what it is, just, you know, go full force with it.
Hey, bro, I want to say thank you for your time. Before we wrap up this interview, let them know where they can get the single at. If you have a new single that's dropping, any information that you want them to know, please let the fans know.
Yeah. Once again, my name's ARTistnameleon. New single out, More to Do. You can stream it anywhere: Spotify, Apple Music, and got a video coming out soon for that. And yeah, we got more music, man. We got a lot more to do, so be expecting great things in the future.
Listen, man, the question is not why, but why not? Shout out to the whole ATL Atlanta. I will be back down there very soon. Shout out to my family, artist named Leon. He's on this one too. You know where you heard it first. I'm with the DJ show / iNDY 500. The question is not why, but why not? DjNoPhRiLLZ, I'm the best. Boy,
let it play.
I got you.